Another tutorial, again, of how to create an orthogonal symbol using Adobe Illustrator, paying attention to the technical drawings guidelines of 2018 to 2022 with revision of 2020. So first of all, we need to create obviously the circle as well as the conical shape. Okay, so we go to, now I need to, in Illustrator, I need to turn on my grids and guides. So I'm just going to do that, press Command Command talking marks, and I need to go to, not Adobe Photoshop, I need to go to Adobe Illustrator. Welcome again to the new Okay, so we're just in Adobe Illustrator right now. So I'm going to create a new A4 document. So everyone, it's a Monday morning and we're having a great time here. Okay, I'm going to maximize it. All right, so I'm going to turn on my grid. So Command talking marks. Okay, I'm going to zoom right in. And I need to check to see if my settings are all good for the guides and grid. So you should have all this all sorted already, okay? So it's 10 by 10, click on OK. So first of all, we need to go to our ellipse tool, yeah? Go over to zoom right in here. Now, do I have snap to grid turned on? Okay, I need to click on this node in the center here, click once, and I'm just gonna bring this ellipse over across here so you can see it. So the width of my outer circle is going to be 16 millimeters by 16 millimeters. That is the external measurement of my circle, which is the top view. Okay, click on OK. So I've got that there. Pretty cool so far? Yes? Okay, now to make things simple for myself, I'd go to the selection tool, double click on the selection tool, and it comes up with this move dialog box. I click on preview. Okay, and I click on copy. Nothing seems to have happened, but something has. I've actually got a circle over top of another circle. Yeah? I now go to my transform tool. So if you can't find the transform tool, it's under the window transform. And here I make sure that my my reference point is in the center of this circle. So click on the reference point for the center. And I need to type in not 16, but now it is 8 millimeters. Press return. Cool? Yep. Okay. So we've got that one done already, which is nice. Now we need to measure 16 millimeters across here. Yeah? Okay. So what we can do here is we can zoom right in. Okay. And we can go to the rectangle tool. We see that it bumps up against this line over here, so we click right over here. We type in width of 16, click on OK. So now we have an easy way to find out 16 millimeters across. Pretty cool? Yes? I reckon it's pretty good. Yeah? Okay. So what we can do is we can actually use this circle, this rectangle already to create this cone. Okay, so with the transform tool, okay, I can click on the top of this reference point. So I'm just using the top reference area here. Okay, and I can adjust this 47 height to 16 millimeter height. Whoops, press undo. I need to turn off this constrain width to width. Make this as 16. Yes. Okay, I now need to move it across 16 millimeters because there needs to be a 16 millimeter gap. So go to my X coordinate here, click inside here, don't get rid of 94. I'm going to press space and then the plus 16. Press return and then it goes into location. Is that cool? All right. I'm now going to press a space bar to move across. Okay, but what I could do is if I press Command R, I can turn my rulers on. All right, and I can drag a ruler down to my top of my 8 millimeter circle and the bottom of 8 millimeter circle. I move across here to this view, And I can see here that I've got a guide going across there, which is really good. I can now grab my, go to my direct selection tool. I deselect that box entirely. I put my mouse around that box. It's selected that one node now. I move my mouse down. Yeah, I do the same here. Move this node up. I'm going to zoom out. And I'm almost done. Pretty cool? Yep. Next step is understanding that this here is my center of my circle. I need to put in like a plus sign in there. Okay? So remember that this here is the outside dimension lines of the object itself. So I need to go to my pen tool and I need to click here once, click down here again, leaving 2 millimeters gap between the top and the bottom of that top of the cone. Right? I notice if I move my mouse around, it's still in the pen tool mode. So I'm press return or enter on the keyboard if you're on PC, and it stops that from adding another line. Is that cool? All right, I need to make this as a plus now. So I go to the selection tool. Yeah? I double click on this tool over here, which is the rotate tool. Double click on that. And it's going to ask me a question. It's going to ask me, well, what do you want to rotate it to? So I'm going to type in here 90. Instead of clicking OK, I'm going to click on copy. Wow, that worked. It didn't work at all. Okay, I need to select it again. For some reason, it didn't like me doing that just then. Okay, so I've got it selected. Rotate tool, here we go, 90 degrees. Click and copy. All I did was I deselected it and then selected it again. Okay? All good so far? Yep. If I press shift, sorry, I need to go to the move selection tool here. I need to press shift and select just that top plus bit. Hang on, I need to select the whole thing. And then I press shift, deselect the circle, deselect this circle, and I've got this plus selected now. Okay, so I need to adjust the weight of this to 0.18 millimeter. So it's nice and thin line, because this is not etched in the plastic, isn't it? Or the metal. Okay, so that is my center line there of the object. Yeah, I can now select this line here. I move it across. Whoops. Press undo. I'm start moving across. I press shift option to drag it across, and I've just duplicated it. Okay. I can now resize this so it goes across the whole distance along here. Stick it out by 2 millimeters, just there. Okay. And then you go to the stroke tool over here, click on dashed line and type in 1 millimeter. And that there is your center line over there going across, translating across. Yes? To be exactly on VCAR's specification, it's actually a dash, dot, dash, dot, dash, dot. Okay? Which means that it's a center line. It's not a see-through like your Superwoman, Superman. All right? So in here, I need to type in, for example, 1 millimeter, tab, 1 millimeter, which gives me a gap of 1 millimeter, tab, let's say 3 millimeter, okay, tab, 1 millimeter, press return, and I've got this nice dash going on. Can you see that dash? Dot dash, dot dash, dot dash. Yeah? All right. I can now, because I'm still in that same dash mode here, I can now draw another line from inside here, dot, there, come up 2 mil up, press return, it has got that dot dash line. I come down here, click on the pen tool, come down here, out 2 mil out, return, I've got that dash dot, come across here, click, move out, click again, dash dat dot dash dot da 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 da. That one. Okay. Press return or enter on the PC. Zoom out, and I should have got most of my drawing done. Is there anything missing from this drawing? Or anything that's odd right now? I can see something that's quite odd with my drawing. No? Okay, I need to have a gap right here between those dot dash dots. So I can select just this node, move it across here, so it's 2 mil out from that circle. I can now go to my selection tool, click on it, select it, drag it out, press Shift Option, so it copies it. I can shift this out so it's 2 millimeters out from the object. Here again, 2 mil out. And that is how you do your orthogonal drawing. Simple. Hey?
They changed it.
They did change it. Okay. Any questions? No? Thank you. Please subscribe.